Did you know that the Earth is flat? Wait, what? Why would you say that?
Sea level seems like a pretty easy concept, right? You just measure the average level of the oceans and that's that. But what about parts of the Earth where there aren't oceans? For example, when we say that Mount Everest is 8,850 meters above sea level, how do we know what sea level would be beneath Mount Everest, since there's no sea for hundreds of kilometers? If the Earth were flat, then things would be easy. We'd just draw a straight line through the average height of the oceans and be done with it. But the Earth isn't flat. If the Earth were spherical, it would be easy too, because we could just measure the average distance from the center of the Earth to the surface of the ocean.
Hey everybody! Alright, before we dive into talking about the different types of airspace you may encounter, I wanted to make sure that you understand some of the critical information that commonly gets students tripped up and confused.
So how do we know what sea level is? Well, water is held on Earth by gravity, so we could model the Earth as a flattened and stretched spinning sphere, and then calculate what height the oceans would settle to when pulled by gravity onto the surface of that ellipsoid.
Two different ways that you can refer to altitudes. The first way is above ground level, AGL, alright? And then the second way is mean sea level, MSL. Above ground level physically refers to the distance that something is off the ground. So from the ground to whatever the object is, that's the above ground level altitude. Whereas mean sea level refers to something in relation to how far it is above sea level. All right, throughout the rest of this course, you'll be hearing us refer to MSL versus AGL, and the FAA refers to those two different things on the exam as well, and it's what tricks a lot of people up, so make sure that you understand this, okay? We want you to grasp what these terms mean and the difference between them. One important thing to remember is this, and I'll say this.
There are these pesky things called continents moving around on the Earth's surface. These dense lumps of rock bump out from the ellipsoid and their mass gravitationally attracts oceans, while valleys in the ocean floor have less mass and the oceans flow away shallower. And this is the real conundrum.
For instance, the city of Denver is the mile-high city. That is approximately 5,000 feet mean sea level. Even though you're standing on the ground in Denver, that's 0 feet AGL above ground level, you're still at approximately 5,000 feet mean sea level.
The Earth doesn't have the same density everywhere, which means gravity is slightly stronger or weaker at different points around the globe, and the oceans tend to puddle more near the dense spots. These aren't small changes either. The level of the sea can vary by up to 100 meters from a uniform ellipsoid, depending on the density of the Earth beneath it.
Is that on the sectional charts, you will see the airspace boundaries, the upper and lower boundaries of different airspaces marked in MSL, mean sea level, not AGL. So you need to keep that in mind when reading the sectional charts and determining whether or not you can or cannot fly in a particular area. And the FAA likes to ask questions that will make you be confused between the difference between AGL and MSL. They might present the answer in above ground level when really they're asking something for mean sea level.
If the Earth were flat, then things would be easy. We'd just draw a straight line through the average height of the oceans and be done with it.
All right, now that you understand MSL versus AGL, we can move on to the next section and dive into some airspace topics.
Are there still people who say that the Earth is flat? Yes, there are.
Thanks a lot for searching that out, man. Appreciate that. Fisherman in the box. Fisherman in a box.
You know, there are two types of people in the world. People that get it and people that don't. And the people that don't get it know who they are.